Joseph Nsizi Qomashe. Okay, I'm 54 years old. My combat name is Miza. I started, okay, fine. I started 1992 at Disco was Kimberley, 1st January 1992. Why did I join the South African National Defence Force? It was simply saying, let me just say that I started working as a contractor after my matric. The problem is that my parents I'm from a poor background. You understand? They cannot afford to take me to further education. So I finished my matric. I completed my matric in 1990, 91. I was working as a contractor. And then I just heard that there is a vehicle that is going, recruiting people, and then I just joined. That's how I joined the army, yes, with my matric certificate. I never even said to my parents that I'm going to join the army. They were not even aware where I am. I was gone for 9 months. I came back on December. They were so shocked and surprised that I deserted them without not telling them. When I came back, I saw my grandfather, that is where I grew up. I was sitting outside. I was wearing the browns. I'm from South Africa, actually. I was wearing the browns. He was so surprised that here's my child wearing back there. At that time, there were no telephones, just like that. It was difficult. But I used to send them at least out of the money that we were getting, out of 250 a month that we were getting, at least I could have sent them 100 rand. Where is this child? They were wondering, where is this child? Where is he getting this money? Why is he sending 100 rand, 150? You understand? It was difficult because out of that 250, you have to buy military things like trade shoot, like iron, like your own toiletry, things like that. And you have to drink cool drink, by the way, not alcohol. I joined 92, as I said, as an infantry. 1993, I decided to change from the Corps of Infantry to South African Medical Health Service. And so I was promoted to a lance corporal. 1993, 94, I was a full corporal. 95, 96, 97, I was a sergeant. And then 1997, what is interesting is that that is where I first went out of the country. The first nice thing to go out of the country was in Zimbabwe, Blue Home, where we were trained as a peacekeepers by the British Empire or whatever, soldiers. So, 1997, when I came back, I went to 1998, we went to Lesotho, where 7 soldiers were killed. The Lesotho Defense Force were trying to overthrow the government. You still remember that Buthelezi was the acting president. He instructed us to go there. And then 2000, I moved from NCO to become an officer. I've done my course 2000 to become an officer. So I became a lieutenant. I became a captain after 3 years. and I end up being a major in the South African National Defence Force. And in the army, the experience that I have, you understand, I worked in different situations. I was a medical platoon commander in Northwest for a very long time. I don't know from which period to which period. When I became an officer, I went there. I ended up in Northwest, been responsible for the whole area from Taung to Rustenburg. Is a vast area for crime prevention, helping police, you understand, for allocating and controlling the medical personnel that will be around the borders, things like that. And then even the president, when he's coming down there, any president, from President Nelson Mandela, I have the opportunity at least to sit down and plan for his visit when he's in Northwest, Mbeki, Zuma, not Ramaphosa. Okay, I deployed again, you understand, 2005 to DRC. What the experience. DRC 2005, we stayed there for almost a year. Came back 2008. Again, I was deployed to Burundi, almost a year also, till Burundi closed down. Under UN, this deployment that I'm talking about of 2005 it was under UN. I became the commander 2009 of a satellite in Cape Town. That satellite was liaising with the main unit. The main unit was in Pretoria, where I originated from. I was deployed also there till 2010. The unit that I was running was of the paramedics. We call the emergency medical team. During these periods of deploying to DRC, I was medical task team commander. I was a medical task team commander in Burundi. And in 2009, when I ran that unit, they called me officer in charge of that particular unit. The satellite is a smaller unit composed of 350 members there, plus or minus, and excluding the staff members. Staff members, it can be maybe 20, 18, so that way, under my command and control. I never treated anyone badly. I understand that I'm a human being, where I'm coming from, how did I suffer. Early in the years of 1992, when we joined, you understand, the majority of the leadership in the military were white people. You understand that there are opportunities in the South African National Defence Force that way we as blacks were denied. I remember one day I applied to become a paramedic. You understand? I gave it to my commander in charge, you understand, the application. Only to find that my commander in charge was a white woman with the rank of a captain. I won't mention the name. What she does to me is that he called me and said that by that time I was an NCO. Understand? Take this particular dustbin and go and throw it out. When I was throwing it out, I find that the same application that I completed and gave it to her is in the dustbin. a lot of incidents that we were not treated actually as equal in the South African National Defence Force back then. A lot. Leadership was very important. Remember, we were just kids from the street, not knowing what is leadership, what is to command, how to talk to the people, how to handle the people, things like that. That is what I can say about the military. They taught us to communicate, to treat people godly, things like that. Presently, I'm on a medical pension. What happened is that after 2005, from DRC, I experienced a pain on my calf down there. So I never fought, I never done anything. You understand? I consulted it. This pain was so severe. And then went and visited the doctor and said that I'm having a pain on my calf. And that I said, did you fall? Did you get injured? No, nothing. You understand? Now the doctor decided to draw blood. 2005 and said, you are having a problem. It was Saturday, I still remember that. It was Saturday 14th of somewhere around December. He said, no, you are having a problem. You have to go to one military hospital. I was residing at Mafike. So, what is the problem now? You are having clot? Blood clot. Blood clot. Yes, okay, fine, we go and then they do scanning, things like that. They couldn't find what is the cause of it. Others suspected maybe it was, most we black people, we fly for the first time on the aeroplane for more than 5 hours. You understand, it can cause blood clot. Yes. Now, they tried to do a research. They asked me history of my parents, whether they were having this one. But luckily, to me, it was an arterial clot. The cause they didn't know by the time. What was the cause? But they managed to manage it. You understand? That is why I went back to 2008 and went back again. You understand? To Burundi, deploy again externally. And then when I came back, 2009, 2010, that is where I told you that I went and became a unit commander of a satellite at Cape Town. You understand? This thing again started of a blood clot, and then I was admitted also to Dream Hill. It's one of the major hospital of military in Cape Town. 2 mil or 2 mil? 2 mil. 3 mil. So they couldn't find the problem. To cut the story short, 2014, when they redeployed me to SAM's training formation, that is where now the pain get more and more and more. 2014. And the whole leg started to be dark. They couldn't understand what is the problem, things like that, you understand, in 2014. They tried to manage it, but they were late. So my first leg, the left one, that's how it went. The second one was 2016. I said, no, let me because now it was disturbing my activity as a leader or to do my job, my daily job. They said, no. They said, you are having pain because you don't have legs, fine. Here's an option. Take a medical pension. And I took it. Firstly, you know, when you don't know medical and when you are not expert on such, and then I didn't believe them. I refused. I nearly get paralyzed by the way, because I refused. You know, let me tell you a nice story. Because I was refusing and I was having a lot and lot of pains, and they were giving me these drugs, you understand, that are going to cool me down, feels like that. I end up being mad. That's the story that was told, that I was mad. And then they decided, my late wife decided that my twin sister, because that's the one that I'm left with in this world, my twin sister, he came and lied to the doctor and said, hey, doctor, can we take him somewhere? Do you understand, or things like that? Because my head was out, lost, was completely mad. So they took me out of the hospital. I was just given 3 days according to them, according to the doctors who started. But I never returned after 2 days. It was on Sunday, I don't remember the date, you understand? After vomiting a very long time, and said, I realized that I'm not supposed to be where I was supposed to be. How did I came? It's like that. Now they narrate the story that we are totally mad. That's how I decided to say. By that time, the leg was black. I can even twist the toes and show my twin sister that this one actually, even though we say that we suspect surface like that, look at it, you understand? I cannot even feel pain by that time, things like that. And so that's how I decided to say, okay, fine. I surrender to you, you can cut it. Now I can see that it's dead. Yes. That's how I accepted that I refuse. I said no. But when it turns dark, because they can test what HIV, they couldn't find it. They can test sugar, they couldn't find it. You understand? They didn't know. But till recently, to cut the story short, when now the pain, after cutting my legs, they said that it would be better. But I'm still experiencing pain. Before my wife died 2021, you know, because before she passed on, she said, no, a person cannot have such pain after being amputated, and said that it will relieve the pains, you understand. They demanded a scan, you understand, for the whole body. Only to find that my back is broken actually. It's even fragile, and they cannot do anything. There's nothing that they can do. I'm living constantly with pain sometimes, you understand. She can ask, because we can ask our neighbors here, sometimes I'm running out of the tablets, you understand. That strong medication, they stop it. The one that they used to give it to me, they stop it because they don't want me to be addicted maybe to it, you understand, but they don't understand the pains that I'm feeling. You understand? They are the doctors, they are professionals, you understand? And so sometimes you resort to this traditional medication for the pains, things like that. But they know right deep in their heart that they never sorted out the problem that initially that they wanted to sort it out. That's how military can be cruel to you. You understand? That's how educated people can be cruel to you, because they know better than you. but they don't feel what you are feeling. You understand? So we have to accept sometimes, and even though it's so difficult to do that. The people that I'm staying with, and they know that sometimes I will just jump out and go. I don't have peace. I have the X-ray that can show you that my back is broken. After my wife, they insisted to them, they said that, no, I'm a nurse. And being a nurse, I don't think that really this particular person, I can see how is he jumping, you understand? Things like that, because you can feel the pain when he's coming. It's moving from the spinal cord, it's so warm. But when it goes to the extremities, when it gets there, that's where you feel it. It's most worst pain that I never experienced. But I will live with that, I will never surrender. They saw me to one doctor that is actually, he's the head of the surgery. He understands. But if it's not there, I'm not getting tablets. The others, they will say that he's doing me favors. Favors for what? But thanks God, because these things, if I can continue drinking them, you understand, they will end my life very soon, of which I'm not prepared to die now. Something that I would like to add is that military, even though it's military, we have professionals, you understand, that are working there, you understand, that are doing things, blah, blah, blah. I know that the military is an autocratic leadership, you understand. You cannot even question, you cannot do anything. You understand, the pains that the soldiers have suffered, the pains that the other brothers are suffering here down, you understand. It got nothing to do with them, with these politicians. But they themselves, they don't have a strategy. For example, I told you about my ex-deployment from Sithole, where you experience trauma by just visualizing how people you are shot at, how you see people being cut into their head off, their private parts, their hearts out, you understand? When you come back from deployment, you know what they are doing? They gather you all day, and there's one social worker that will come and let you fill the forms. They call it a counseling. If you want to prove that, you can go and wait for them when they come back from the deployment. You can go there by the DMOP Center. It is there by Bloemfontein. Go there and see what is happening. How can you cancel a lot of people with one social worker? That is making you to complete the forms. It's not talking to you individually. What have you experienced in the theater? You understand? How are you coping? You understand? A lot of them, military guys, they are divorced. They especially those who are deployed. They are divorced. When they come back, they find that their wives, I was also a culprit. My wife chose the money, but I said that the money that I went to work for, it was for our kids, not for me. But we don't handle the stress, the situation as the same. The others were arrested, you understand, because they never had a thorough counseling of saying that, except people, you will find this particular problem at home. This is how you handle it. The experience that you saw there, they will disappear, they will take time. You understand? People are hallucinating like now. You understand? But it's what we call PSTD, post-traumatic stress. You understand? You can see them outside here, they are drinking. You know? These people were not thoroughly cancelled. Ne? That's the first thing. And the second thing, they left them without any income. And these are the people who sacrifice for the country. Ne? For them to get for those who remain behind, you understand? to get educated and get their children educated. But the soldier is struggling to get his children to be educated. But he fought for this country. They are now having big stomachs, you understand? And forgetting about the people who put them there in position. The people who try by all means sacrifice their own lives, understand, for the sake of the country. They are forgotten. And these people are very dangerous because they are trained with a gun. They can turn against the government at any time. They can, don't you think that the people that are doing this haste are not military trained? If you can find it out, I know that the government is hiding it. They can shoot well, they can organize well. Who trained them to do that? Who trained them to operate the big guns? It just me up here that is soldiers behind this, well-trained personnel. They are resorting to this because their big brothers forget about them. The politicians, if you are a soldier, you are nothing in this world. In the DRC, in Zimbabwe, they respect their soldiers. You cannot, in Nigeria, they respect their soldiers, not in South Africa. When you just say something as a soldier, you're stupid, you never went to school, you went to the bush. But you went to the bush for who? To protect the country. But we are nothing. Can you show me how many soldiers are rich? The problem again is that South African national government is sending our soldiers, as I was part of that. They send the soldiers to UN peacekeeping mission, but the money that we should have benefited from UN, South Africa is not giving it to their soldiers. They converted it to rent and simple. They converted all that money to rents, and those people, if they convert it to rents and say that no, we are paying you through whatever, you still have to pay services like that. Let me tell you one thing, it's a very interesting story. And you compare it and you can do a research. America is sending its troops to peacekeeping missions like under UN. When they come there, they taught them about how to make business. Why? Because they are already rich. They are already rich. The UN is paying them directly. We are paid by our government because they are so in good terms with corruption. They are so good with corruption. Have you ever saw a soldier that is rich in South Africa having a farm? Hey, bring it to me. That is from UN. Peacekeeping mission at the risk area. Let me tell you, a boots, UN is paying for it. A t-shirt, a vest, they are paying for it. Whatever you are wearing on top. A tablet, UN is paying South Africa for it. A body of a soldier, UN is paying for it. You understand? Laundry, they are paying for it, but South Africa is not even paying them for laundry. You take your own dollars that they gave you. You know what? When we are there, they are giving us just maybe $250 or $150 a month. And they say the rest will be at the bank, but it will be converted. You don't know actually how much do you get from the UN. Why Pakistan soldiers are getting their dollars from UN cash? So that's my experience with the mafias that are ruling this country. And I'm not afraid of them because I know that I'm not going to live for long. And someone won't tell them that they are actually, if those soldiers those who were outside from UN, and they were given a proper money that they deserve, they could have been generating or increasing or expanding or whatever, developing the economy of this country. Because we are having selfish people that are leading us, and I said that are thinking only for their stomach, that they don't think about the other people's children. They don't think about our children are forgotten. Our children cannot go to the private schools. Why? But we serve this kind. For what? Huh? If you ask yourself, for what? What is that I can really show? I slept in the trenches. I slept in the borders. We stopped the riots. By those times, we risk our life. Risking for it. For what? I cannot even show. For what? But the politician, our friends that we left behind, when we go and sacrifice our lives and say that we will protect this particular country, they are more advanced. Even our children cannot play with their children. They cannot even associate with us. In America, they still remember the veteran. They respect the veterans. What is South Africa doing? What is the community of South Africa doing? If you say they are a veteran, they say that one of the stupid people. One of the people that actually cannot even do anything for our country. When they are shot by the miners, whatever, they say, where are the veterans? Who is empowering us to take that church of authority of say that we can do something about this? But who is going to mandate and give us the authority to stop crime? Instead, people will result and say that I've been struggling for this country for a very long time. Why can't I commit crime? Because I know the strategy. I was trained. Because it seems as if crime is only the thing that is paying. Huh? They are so fed, these politicians, they are driving high cars, you understand, they are doing whatever, you understand, and then we just have to say that, I'm sorry, let me tell you, with a smile, time is coming, and our children, we'll train our children to fight back for us. I'm on a wheelchair, but it doesn't mean that it's the end of the road. I'm still good. They train me very good how to plan, how to operate. They can go down if I wanted to. You see, if you go to DRC and hear the stories, a major can overthrow the government. If you go to Niger now, that particular person that overthrow the government is not even a general. Not even a general. Hitler, for overthrowing the government, he was a lance corporal.